Good morning. Welcome to Pilates Flow. Before we even get started, I'm just going to talk a little bit about plank. There's a few planks spread out throughout the workout today. So I just want to talk about modifying plank if it's really just not working for you. We're going to do some forearm plank and we're also going to do some full plank. So what I like to suggest is if you're not loving the full plank, if you're feeling compromised in your lower back, or if your shoulders are killing you and you just don't love this, you're going to put one knee down to start. And when you bring that knee down, you're going to bring it down nice and square under the hip, but you're going to continue to keep tons of energy running through this leg, okay? So we're not completely letting go of the move. We're going to hold it and just drop that one knee. Really reaching through I'm reaching through my heel here. I'm still squeezing this glute. I'm still lifted in this hip. So everything stays the same, it just takes some of the pressure off. And if that's not working for you, you just bring both knees down and you focus on staying open in the collarbone, lifted in the tummy, reaching in the spine, okay? So those are just a couple modifications. If the planks are not working for you, it's better to go to a modification than to stress out your body or your shoulders or your lower back by trying to push through, okay? All right, let's come to the end of our mat. Stand nice and tall. Put a little micro bend into your knees. Push your feet down into the floor. And let's start with our neck circles. Drop the chin to the chest. Look to your right shoulder and then drop the right ear behind the shoulder, floating the chin to the ceiling. Come up and across to the other side until you're looking down at your left shoulder. Drag the chin across your chest. And keep going right one more time. Might get some snap, crackle popping through the neck. Drag it across the center and let's go to the left for 2. Big global neck circles. Getting all the ranges of the neck. One more time to the left. And finishing with your chin to your chest. Let's float the chin up. And coming back down in neutral. Bring your hands to your shoulders. You're just kind of reaching up and touching your shoulders. We're going to do our shoulder blades here today. So think about the movement coming from the shoulder blades, upper back. And we're just rolling through. And your shoulder blades should feel like they're kind of floating around on your rib cage. Just getting a little mobility between the shoulder blades. And let's go the other way as well. Keep pressing your feet down into the floor. Start to connect a little bit with your abdominals. One more. And letting that go, we're going to float the arms up. Legs are hip width apart. As we exhale, we're going to squat down and scoop up the air. It's like you're picking up a little laundry. Inhale, the arms come overhead. Exhale, scoop it up. Inhale, stand. Exhale, scoop. Start to visualize that belt wrapping around you. Your torso gets nice and strong in the center of all this movement. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you stand. Let's do 4 more. Just getting some blood pumping here. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up tall, letting that go. Side to side, just a few little side bends here. Tipping the spine over, nice and straight. And let's finish there. Nod your chin. And let's roll down. Head leads, shoulders follow, hollow out through the center. Imagine you're holding 2 weights in your hands and they're dragging you down as your tummy lifts up. First forward fold of the day. Big breath in. Exhale, ragdoll up. Take about 5 full seconds to come up, come through the legs. Then the spine starts to stack. Stay round. And the head and shoulders are the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders back. And let's do that one more time. Nod the chin. And exhale, rolling down. Drawing up through the abdominals. Rounding. Release your neck, make it a little longer. Big breath at the bottom, fill up your lower back with air. And exhale, back up 5 full seconds. Stay round, until you feel your pelvis get vertical. Then the spine stacks, and the head and shoulders are last. All right, I think we're ready to go. Nod the chin. We're rolling back down. Take a breath at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, walk out to your first plank. Setting yourself up. Reaching energy through the heels and the top of the head. Big breath in and out here. We're here for 3 breaths. Hands are under shoulders. Hips are lifted. 1 more breath. Lower your knees and take a shell stretch. Thighs can be apart or together, whatever feels right for your lower back today. Breathe deeply into your lower back, into your rib cage. And let's walk our hands to the left, getting that nice big pull through the side body, keeping that top shoulder out of the ear. And gently come through center, other side. Same thing here. Just watching that your shoulders aren't way up in your ears here. Coming back through center and making your way to all fours. Nice and long in the spine. We're going to be here for a minute just breathing and reaching through the spine. We're going to identify all 3 levels of the abdominals here with our breath. Every exhale, we're going to think about a different portion. So we're going to break it up. There's 3 sections. The lower abdominals below the belly button, down above the pubic bone. The middle abdominals where your belly button is. And your upper abdominals that tuck up under your rib cage. Okay, big breath in, expand the rib cage. As we exhale, think about those low abdominals. See if you can identify them and really feel them as they draw up. Just the lowers. Big breath in. Let's do that again. Lower abdominals. Let's think lower abdominals, pelvic floor. One more time. The lowest abdominals we have. Exhale. Pelvic floor draws up gently. And releasing that. Now we move up to the middle abdominals, right around the belly button. Exhale as you find those abdominals just through our breath. Exhale. Think about the belly button drawing gently in, the middle abdominals connecting. Big breath. And just the middle. One more breath. Last one, upper abdominals, big breath. As you exhale, you're going to feel your rib cage draw down towards the pelvis, upper abdominals. Big breath in, let everything release. Upper abdominals, draw the rib cage like it's trying to draw down towards the hips. And last one. This time we'll go through that, feeling upper abdominals right into a cat stretch. Round it up, Push the back of your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Let your neck release. Chin to chest. And let's come all the way through. Inhale, exhale your way back to a cow. Opening the chest, looking forward, staying connected on the front side of the body. One more cat stretch. Big round spine, tail is tucked, head is nodding. And come all the way through. Unraveling into a cow. Open the collar. And let's sit back off of our hands into our shell stretch. Palms face up. Big breath. Let's turn our wrists. And both directions. Meet me back up in that square position. Tucking the toes under. We're going to exhale, hover the knees. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hover. The whole spine stays exactly the same shape as it hovers up. Inhale down, exhale up. And again, really connected on the front side. Pushing the floor away through your arms 2 more times. And on this last one, we're going to stay up. You're going to flip your feet over, turn your knees to the left. So your right hip drops down a little to the floor. Come through center, exhale, flip the feet the other way. Left hip comes towards the floor, it's just a little bit. You don't have to drop it very far. We're flipping the feet. One hip goes down. Flipping the feet, the other hip. And let's stick with that pattern. Every time you come through center, just identify your belly button. Make sure it's still with you. And let's just do one more each side, little swivel here. Come to center and step your feet out to plank. Hold 3 breaths. I know the arms are warm. Big breath in. Press your fingertips into the floor. Reach through the heels. Exhale. Big breath in. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale. One more. Lower the knees. Awesome work. Lower your head into shell. Breathing. And let's make our way up just to the forearms now. You can turn the wrists. Now we're going to plant our palms down using all the surface area of your hands. We're going to be coming through our tricep press. So when we lower down, we're just really careful not to drop. And let's take our right leg out behind us, tucking the toes. So the leg is essentially in the same position as it was when we were in our plank. Tons of energy in the leg, the core is lifting, and we're going to try to stay as square as we can here. Exhale, pressing into your palms and forearms. You're pressing up, tricep press. Lower with control to the floor. Exhale, hover the leg, lift the leg, and lower it. Back to the triceps. And lowering down nice and square here. Lifting the leg, exhale, squeeze that glute, inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, float down. Exhale, reach the leg, really squeeze that glute. Inhale, lower it. Back to the arms. And lower. The magic happens on the way down to the floor with this tricep press. Exhale, press. Staying nice and square. And lifting the leg. Can you reach your neck a little bit longer? Last one. Triceps. Lower with control. Leg lifts. And lowers. Come off your arms, back to shell. Give them a little moment. And we make our way out for the other side. So the left leg reaches now. You're in the center of your right knee, and we're going back. There's 6 reps of the combination tricep and leg lift. Big breath. Reach your neck long. Exhale, press up. Inhale down. Exhale, leg reaches really strong through that leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Sometimes you just have to adjust a little bit. My hands slip away from me a little bit sometimes. You just have to pull yourself back nice and square. There's 3. And reach. Are you still in the center of that knee? Reach. Last 2. And last one. From here, you're going to reach your right arm long, float the left leg, exhale, round up and pull in nose to knee. Elbow pulls in, knee pulls in. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, pull in. Reach and pull. Continue to press through that standing arm. Reach and draw in. Lifting into that nice rounded spine. The left shoulder should be working super hard here. And let's do 4 more. 3, 2, curling up like you're doing a sit-up, and 1. Reach it up to finish. Come off your arms. Back to shell. We're almost there. Take a big breath. And coming back out square. Let's take the left arm floating. Right leg reaches. And we go through 10 of those rounding pull-ins. And reach out. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Can we make the neck longer? And reach. Round it up. And reach. Squeezing the glute. Focus on your glute for a couple of reps. Making sure it's really active. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Bring everything down. From here, on your forearms, you're going to tuck your toes and come to a dolphin pose. Lifting the hips. Just breathing into this pose. Let the backs of your legs release. Getting a big stretch through your calf. Let's lift and push through the shoulders just a bit to stay lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the knees and taking your final shell. Come all the way down to your tummy. Opening your arms wide, like cactus arms, nice and square. And let's let our feet turn out a little bit. Wiggle your hips until you're comfortable. And just take a couple of breaths here. Noticing if you can activate those different sections of your abdominals. On this next breath, let's think lower abdominals. And the next one, middle. And next breath, upper. My nose is hovering. We're coming up into a baby cobra. Engage through the legs, squeeze your glutes. Lift the tummy and then float the chest forward. You're dragging your arms into the floor, like you're trying to sort of dig them in and drag them towards your hips. And let's squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. Your face is looking forward. And you can feel your front of your rib cage on the floor. We're going to hang out here and breathe. Focusing on keeping that little space between the shoulder blades engaged. And you'll find that by digging the arms into the floor. They don't move, but they drag in and down. Can you find your glutes? And let's lower down. Big breath. Start again, turning on the legs, squeezing the glutes. Lifting the tummy and then reaching through the spine as you come into that little mini extension. Digging the arms down, looking forward. That space between the shoulder blades is always so sticky and stiff. We're trying to undo some of that flexion and that stickiness. Let's lower down. One more. Excuse me, one more. Big breath and press down. And now keep your legs on. We're lowering down. We're going to add on. So instead of looking forward now, you're just going to float the upper body. As it comes up, the arms are going to pull back. So my eyes are still on my mat here. My arms have pulled into a W shape. My legs are still on. And I'm going to lower down. Inhale. Exhale, pulling up, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And lower. Exhale. Draw through the abdominals, nice and solid in the center. And lower down. The glutes stay on. You're supported in your lower back. And down. Last one. Lowering down and bringing the legs more parallel again. So you're going to turn your kneecaps down. And we're going to start our little flutter kick. So we're just fluttering along here. We're going to add in our full breaststroke arms with a flutter kick leg. So we're moving from the hip, lifting through the tummy. And let's lift the head and shoulders, chest, and then float your arms up. We're going to exhale as we dive down, inhale as we sweep around. Here we go. Inhale, sweep, increase your extension. Exhale, diving down. And inhale, coming around. So every time you pull around, you're reaching your hands to your hips, squeezing and lifting just a little extra. Exhale, diving. Inhale, sweeping up. Your legs have still got that little flutter kick going. Everything is working here. Exhale, dive down. Can you feel your abdominals and connect with them? And around. Let's do two more. Pull it around. Last one. And around. Pause there. Lower everything and wiggle your hips. Pushing into our shell stretch. Rounding your spine over your thighs. Couple of nice deep breaths into your lower back. And then meeting me up in our tall knees position. Bringing your arms down beside you. So you're going to bring your elbows in. My palms are facing up and I'm squeezing my glutes. And I've got an engagement wrapped all the way around my torso. So just really feel like you've got a nice connection here in the center. We're just moving without weight here. Reach your arms out in front of you like you're holding a platter. Now you have two platters and you open them, palms are facing up. Exhale, pull back to center. Inhale, drag them back. Back again. Exhale, push them out. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, pull them in. So we want to start to feel like we're moving through water here. Creating your own lines of tension as you reach. Keeping the shoulder blades in a happy place. If we squeeze too far back or too far forward, our shoulder blades are going to go rogue. And back. And in. And let's slow it right down. Let's go out for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return 4. 4, 3, 2. Squeeze back and 1. One more time like that. Back out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are your glutes on? Out. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms out. We're going to come into our thigh stretch. Really engage on both sides. Leaning back. Inhale, we come back. The whole shape stays the same. Exhale, push the air behind you as you get tall. Inhale, we reach back, squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, floating back. Your spine stays exactly the same shape. Exhale, push the air behind you. On this next one, we're staying back and holding. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale deeply. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And let's stand tall. 1 more time holding. Big breath. Can you drop some shoulder tension? Big breath. Exhale. Stay tall, stay connected. Last one. Let's get tall. Putting one leg out to the side. Let's go right leg out, pinky toe down, hands are behind the head. So just watching me from the side, it looks like this. My whole long spine goes out front. I'm hinging at my hip. As I come up, I'm using this glute to push me back up nice and tall. Okay? All right, here we go. Hinging forward. The glute goes back, the sit bone goes back. Exhale, engage that leg and stand tall. Every exhale, let's think about that idea of the corset or the tight belt wrapping around you, keeping your ribs and hips connected. If the hands behind the head is not working for you, you can go at your hands at your hips, no problem, that will work. Hinge it out forward, long, long spine. Don't let your chest collapse. We want to keep everything in line here. And can you recruit your middle abdominals right around the belly button? And let's do 3 more. Two. And last one. Hinge and draw back. Nice work. Switch it up. Other leg goes long. Really engage through that leg. Pinky toe is glued to the floor. And we do the exact same motion. So hinging that sit bone back, reaching the spine long. I've got my hands clasped right behind my head. And reach it out long. Exhale, the whole shape comes back. Really find that glute. Exhale. We're working the back side of the body to bring us back up tall. And let's do 4 more. Check on that pinky toe. 4. Long spine. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Letting that go. Let's come down onto your back. Okay, setting ourselves up nice and neutral. Place your hands on your tummy so you can feel your ribs and hips. And then just roll through a couple of imprints. The feet are just hip width apart. And just notice that when you imprint, that space between the ribs and the hips gets shorter. And as you go back to neutral, it lengthens out. We're going to stick around in our neutral pelvis. Hands will go behind the ears or behind the head. And let's nod the chin and flex up into our first ab prep. Inhale, we're going to reach our arms long beside us. Exhale, hands go behind the head. And inhale, we lower. So it's a big sequence. Nod the chin. Exhale, the upper spine flexes, the lower spine stays the same. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, back to the head. And inhale, we lower. Nod the chin and flex. That rib cage drops down nice and heavy. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, back. We're working those upper abdominals. And back in. This next one, we're staying up. Nod the chin and flex. Reach your arms. Inhale. Exhale, the right leg comes to tabletop. Inhale down. So the upper body is staying and we're alternating with our legs. And we're trying to keep that pelvis as neutral as we can. If you're feeling your neck, you're going to engage more through the abdominals. Keep your eyes on your thighs. And keep reaching the hands. One more each side. Can you flex up just a little higher? And hands go back behind the head. And we lower down. Let your arms come out long. And we're going to flex back up. Nod the chin and bring the arms with you. So the arms are now floating. Take a breath in. I'm in an ab prep here. I'm going to exhale. Scoop up the air and bring it to my hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up a little. Exhale, push the air down to your hips. Inhale. Finding those lats, finding those underarm muscles. 4 more. Last one. Hands behind the head and lowering down. Okay, finding a nice imprint now. Closing up that space between your lower back and the mat, bringing your legs to tabletop. The arms are going to go out wide here with your palms are up and you're pushing the backs of your hands and the backs of your arms into the floor for stability. And we're going to put our heels together, toes apart. And as we exhale, we're going to press the legs long, point the toes, and squeeze the inner thighs. Bending in. Exhale, press out, point. Flex the feet and return. And press, inner thighs, really squeeze all the way to the very, very top. Right up into the groin area. Inhale, bend. And exhale, point. So we're staying really solid in our imprint. You're only going to send your legs away as far as you can keep your imprint. If you want a challenge, try to send them just an inch or two farther out away from you. See how that feels. Last 3. Continue to push back through the arms. 2. And on this last one, we're going to stay long. We're going to start to crisscross our legs. We're going to quicken our breath. I've still got a slight external rotation going on. So the breath is quicker, the legs are quite quick. Really working our inner thighs here, working our core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in, give them a big hug, and roll around on your lower back. Reach your legs out long, big stretch. We have one more imprint exercise. So let's drag the feet back to bent knees. And then imprint the pelvis. Bring those legs up to tabletop. And the hands will clasp back behind the head again. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. We're flexing up to look at our thighs. Now from here we're going back an inch. Exhale, flex up an inch. Back an inch. Exhale, flex up. Think about how your rib cage is dropping down towards the floor as we flex the upper body. Back an inch and up an inch. Such a small motion. Less is more here. Big exhale. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the head, open the arms back up. Hook the ankles into each other. It doesn't matter which one's on top. We're going to exhale, just draw the knees in an inch and out an inch. Exhale in. This is so small. Let's just keep our focus on the lowest abdominals we have here. Exhale, draw them in and back. Make it even smaller. They're barely moving. Just really think about that deeper layer. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let that go, you guys. Big stretch. Let the legs go back out long. And then do some windshield wipers side to side. Just undoing a little bit of that hip flexor tension. And let's turn to our side. We're going to flip right over and step the right foot forward into our low lunge. And we're actually going to tuck the toe right under and find a full lunge, bringing our hands inside the front knee, front leg. And really trying to reach that back leg long and really squaring off the hips here. Now, if this doesn't work for you, this full lunge, keep that knee down. That's totally acceptable. Can you just check in with your lower back and make your lower back a little bit longer? We're going to open up. Whether your knee is up or down, we're opening up towards the front leg, finding some rotation. And breathing here. Can you squeeze that top shoulder blade back just a little bit, turning the sternum? Squeeze that back glute. And let's bring that hand back down. Lower your knee and step the front leg back. We're switching sides, start in your low lunge. And if you want to go there, you're going into your full lunge, picking up the back knee. Keeping the spine long. Getting a big stretch through the front of the back knee, our back hip, and then you should feel the hamstring and glute of the front leg. And let's open to the front leg, holding and breathing. Thinking about turning this breastbone, your sternum, just a little bit towards the ceiling. Can you reach the back leg just a little longer? One more breath. And then bringing that hand down, lowering the back knee, and taking that leg back. Let's come back into our all square where we started this morning. And just think about those different levels of abdominals. Big, long, deep breaths, lengthen your spine, reach through the neck, reach through the tailbone. Every exhale, activate a different section, lower abdominals, pelvic floor. Big breath in, middle abdominals, belly button. And big breath, upper abdominals. Draw the rib cage down just a little. It's almost like you're lifting, like as if you were headed towards a cat, but you stop just after that first little engagement. And sitting into your shell stretch. Open the thighs nice and wide. Let your tummy and chest come down to the floor. Let's take the pinky side of our hands and dig them into the floor. The arms should be slightly wide. And just pull your tailbone backwards behind you, almost like you're dragging your arms along the floor. Getting this nice big stretch through the side. And let's just shift some of our weight over to the left. Take your whole torso and just move it left, but leave your right arm where it is. And then gently come through center. Let your whole torso just shift ever so slightly to the right, but digging your left arm into the floor. And let's do that again. Shift left. Can you make your neck a little bit longer? And releasing in center. Engage with your abdominals and just scoop in until you're on your knees. And come to seated. And let's just finish by getting really tall here. Place the backs of your hands on your thighs. Draw your shoulder blades down and close your eyes. 3 long, deep breaths. We're just absorbing everything that just happened. collectively drop the tension out of our shoulders. And then open your eyes. Shake your body side to side. You guys are all finished. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your week.